Hi, everyone. My name is Salm Rench. I'm the CMO of Sidecar, and I got my start in marketing and automation way back a couple of decades ago. And I followed that passion because I was so curious about how those efficient tools could make my life as a marketer so much more effective. And that was in the advent of HubSpot and Salesforce and MailChimp when they were becoming household names. So I followed that passion after I got my MBA from Tulane to manage a team of about 50 folks at a digital marketing agency where we did everything online. We did web optimizations, we did web development, SEO, paid online ads, and basically everything online that you can imagine. And so when I had the opportunity to apply AI to the email world, that was very compelling to me because all of a sudden we had these tools to make personalization possible, one-to-one emails possible. And so those were the beginning of my years at Blue Cypress. And now as the CMO of Sidecar, I get to spend my time educating association professionals on the importance of AI and the importance of making it a part of their culture. And truly AI literacy is the new baseline. If you're not staying on top of this stuff, it is moving at such warp speed. We always say at Sidecar, we eat and breathe AI updates, and it's even difficult for us to stay on top of it. But what we do at Sidecar is we digest all of the information, all of the latest updates out of Silicon Valley, and we synthesize those updates for association professionals to figure out how that information is impacting your lives. And we use that to update our AI Learning Hub, our newsletters, our podcasts, so that we can get the most important information right to you. And we really believe in continuous learning because, like I said, it's not a one and done thing. You have to stay on top of this, and we get that information to you on a regular basis. We also recommend that you make AI learning a part of your culture. Our most successful clients treat our AI learning resources as almost like a book club, and they're having their staff and in some cases their members and volunteers consume our resources on a regular basis, talk about those things, and ensure that everyone can sort of speak a common language around this stuff. And that's why this educational piece is the way you're going to be able to drive true adoption at your organization. So this technology is going to change every single person on this earth's life. And in a few years, life as we know it will look a lot different. And particularly for associations, not only do they have a responsibility to educate their people, because as leaders, the way that we lift up our organizations is through educating our people, but associations also have a responsibility to educate their members in the way this stuff is going to affect their members' lives, because their members look to them as the ultimate source of truth in their given spaces. And so as this technology rapidly changes the world, organizations, the leaders of various organizations need to be kind of the cornerstone that people look to. We say something a little bit provocative, which is if you're not educating your team on AI, it's essentially like leadership malpractice, because you have to, like I said, lift up your people in order to lift up your organization, and they have to know the way the world is changing around them. We have a lot of resources to meet people where they are. We have a free newsletter that goes out several times a week. We have a weekly podcast that helps associations and nonprofits synthesize the information that's out there. And we do recommend a formal learning program, which we also offer in our AI Learning Hub. It's just so important to commit to it in some way or another. If you just kind of put the resources out there one time and say, go learn, it's not necessarily going to happen. Or maybe a small percentage of your employees will take you up, but you have to make it required. You have to make it a cultural shift that changes the way people operate.